Hey there everyone, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another orchid adventure with me, Maria Young. Okay, do we have a project for you today? I mean, do we ever? Okay, this propagation right here is gonna be quite atrocious and very much very scary. Okay, let me explain the backstory behind this Encyclia Cordigera, which is one of my most favored, most loved orchid in the whole wide galaxy, okay? When I first got this orchid right here, it was about a year ago, and even when I got her back then, she was in severe need of a repot. Indeed, I really had to do it, but you know what? She began to spike, and then after she began to spike, she of course just bloomed these amazingly gorgeous, stunning blossoms that I could not even believe. And not only could I not believe, but I definitely could not intervene with the beauty that she was displaying. So I kind of just suppressed the propagation, put it on the back burner, and then completely forgot about it. And then even after she bloomed her blossoms, of course, I moved on to different projects, and once again, I completely forgot about her. Okay, this again is one of my most favorite orchids, and if you guys don't know how she blossoms, check out some of my videos. I think I have like 3 or 4 videos that I actually feature her on, and that is just how much I love this gal right here. Okay, so now again, it has come to the time where I'm just looking at her and I'm like totally shaking my head in absolute shame, because I'm looking at her and I'm like, wow, she deserves so much better than this. So today what I decided to do is I am going to do this very disturbing repot and of course propagation process. And the reason why I say it's so scary, because a year ago she was in need of the repot, but even then when I got her, this gal is a pretty old gal, and it seemed as though I can't even tell you when the last time she got repotted, because when I got her, oh my gosh, she even looked quite atrocious then. And I'm going to give you a close-up and show you why I say she looked quite atrocious. Okay, just looking at the surface right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, and I don't know if you guys know exactly what that is, but that indeed looks like some sort of skeletal remains right there. So scary, so nasty. Yeah, I guess a lizard met its fate and it did not weather so well. So yeah, this lizard is in lizard heaven right now. My condolences to you and your family members. And yeah, I don't even know what else I can find lurking in here. Yeah, it's that scary, folks. I'm going to also show you some close-ups of what I also found in here. This is not for the weak and faint-hearted right here. Because if we take a close look into the center of her foliage right here, you're seeing a whole lot of kind of like spider webbing. You're also noting a lot of dark speckles, which I assume is some sort of waste material in there. Yeah, something has been living in here. And the scariest part about this is there's several centers of the leaf that also resemble this right here. So there's some sort of infestation within this plant. So the first thing that we're going to do right here, folks, and I have to go ahead and put my weaponry on before we begin, because I am not that bold, folks, okay? No matter what I portray, no matter what I say, no, folks, I resort to a squeamish little girl when it comes to squirmy wormies or anything of that sort. So indeed, I'm going to put on my gloves and any added weaponry that I may need before I go deeper into this mission. Okay, and here we are, folks. I have my handy dandy sprayer, and contained within this sprayer is my infamous Listerine that I use as an insect spray and repellent, and it definitely has some potency to it. Definitely is known to ward off many different types of insects, also mold and fungus. So that is indeed something that I use regularly. Now it is the Listerine Gold kind, the gold color variety. So what I'm going to do here, folks, is I'm just going to go ahead and start spraying like crazy, okay? Because I am not going to leave any pseudobulb unturned here. We are not playing around with these insects. I don't play the radio, baby. Okay, and before we begin removing all of this medium, I did want to take you closer and let you see some of the new growths on her, which they've become fairly huge now, and they're actually almost the same size of the other foliage on here. So it's difficult to see where all the new growth is because of the size. So next bloom season, which is going to be spring, early summer months, she's going to start to bloom again. Now, the fascinating thing that I found on this gal is, of course, you guys know about growing new growths from backbulbs, and those are the older bulbs that most oftenly do not have any type of foliage and sometimes don't even really have any root systems. Well, a lot of times what people will do is actually take these out individually and put them in their separate containers, and then they will hope, with finger crossed and with a lot of faith, that new growth will come off of these, and sometimes it does occur. Well, I did want to show you an amazing thing about this one right here. Is you're seeing these older pseudobulbs right here, the backbulbs actually, and you're also seeing new growths that are coming off of them. So I thought that was really quite amazing. That I didn't even separate or propagate these, and yes, indeed, they are growing off of old bulbs, very, very old bulbs actually. So that is what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to take some of these right here and put them in their separate containers, and we're going to see if we can come up with some new growths on these as well off of their backbulbs. Okay, so here we are. Now, of course, you guys already seen that I sprayed this down with some Listerine. So now I'm going to do this as quick as possible because, again, I am such a scaredy cat girl, and I don't want to even know what my hands are going through. And actually, folks, being that I've never repotted this, the medium is not coming out so easy. Oh my gosh, her roots are absolutely crazy right now. I did not even expect this. Oh, she is so deeply intertwined in this container right here, growing in here for years and years and years. Yeah, it's not an easy removal process as I thought. Oh my gosh, never would I have expected this. Yeah, ugh, it's taking a lot of strength to try to remove this from the pot. It's almost as if it is thoroughly intertwined, and as you guys see right here, it is intertwined in these roots. It's become one with these with this coconut liner right here. Wow, 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 folks. Did you even expect that? I told you guys, she is such an old gal. It is absolutely crazy. And yeah, I'm gonna have to actually mess up this liner right here, because she's not going out without a fight. I mean, she's lived here for years, and she is not going to be evicted that easily. Oh my gosh, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? And as you guys know, I've said it before, I'm a rather tough gardener in the regards to I'm not that sensitive when it comes to removal or divisions. And the reason why is, folks, I see a lot of people out there and they're trying to be so cautious and so careful, and they actually don't hardly get the job done because they're so scared to injure the plant. But can I tell you that a lot of these orchids are so incredibly strong that it is absolutely ridiculous how strong they are. And, you know, actually, if you're too gentle, a lot of times you begin to harm the plants. So, indeed, I'm really just going with it. And as you can see here, I'm not holding any punches. I'm not sugarcoating or tap dancing or lightly walking on eggshells here. We're here to get the mission done, okay? We're here to get this complete and ready to go so we can get the job done. So there you go, folks. I have majority of the actual, what it seems like in here is some sort of peat moss or even just soil this was growing in. So definitely interesting material. Definitely the material was a lot cleaner than I thought. I was actually expecting some sort of squirmy wormies to come out of there. And look, folks, oh my gosh, she is absolutely huge. There was actually parts of her that was in the medium that you could not even see. Oh my gosh, I am just so impressed with her. So let me go ahead and just wash her up a little bit and we'll be right back. Okay, folks, and here we are. We're just giving her a very good wash down. Oh my gosh, I am just absolutely amazed at how massive this girl was. I never would have believed it. I mean, just look at her crazy root system right here. Just absolutely phenomenal. She's a gorgeous gal. And right now, folks, I'm just blasting the inner part of her leaf areas to make sure none of that guck and muck remains. I told you guys, I do not say the radio. Won't do it. So indeed, she's on full blast here, and we're just blasting any bold critters away. You're not that strong. You are not that strong. I will get you in the end. I mean, will you check out this beautiful gal? Oh my gosh, what a massive root system. So amazing. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Okay, folks, here she is, and she's all cleaned up. Let me go ahead and show you how she looks now. Yeah, she's pretty massive, right? What an amazing Encyclia Cordigera right here. Okay, so what we're going to do now, folks, is I'm really looking at cut points because I am going to divide her. And it seems like there's a natural cut point actually right here. It looks like it's breaking apart on its own. And what I want, though, folks, because I'm going to keep these together right here for the simple fact those are the new growths. So I don't want to do too much separation, although I do want these back bulbs because, again, we're going to do that propagation with back bulbs. So I'm going to save those for exactly that. And as you can see, it was very easy to cut through. So this is going to be one section right here. Okay, so now we're going to take a good look at this area, and of course you see this kind of wiggling right here, wiggle wobbly. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those apart. Actually, can I get this one too? It doesn't seem like it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right here because I'm going to have these separate back bulbs on their own, and these are the separate back bulbs that I'll be using to try to get new plants from. Okay, so that's cut away, and here we go. Let's see. This kind of seems like it could pull apart, but I don't want them so loose and carefree where it's just too many pieces. I'm going to go ahead and I think cut it apart because I want segments to have enough bulbs to be strong enough. I'm really not trying to weaken her. I'm just trying to remove some of the old bulbs. So yeah, this is a little bit hard on where I want it because it seems like it has its own natural division where it wants to go. And yeah, I might have to go that route. Let me see. They all have their little natural points. So yeah, but it's too strong. They're too deeply intertwined. So I am going to have to use this knife because, you know, the stems are more or less similar to sticks. So it's like trying to cut through a stick with a knife. So okay, so we got that point separated, and let's see, we're gonna go ahead and separate this out too as well. And I'll have some back bulbs here too to propagate. So Okay. Okay, there that goes. Here's some back bulbs perhaps. I don't know. These look a little bit rotted, so maybe not. Okay, and here's this. And again, I'm going to cut some of these back bulbs off. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to separate these bulbs right here because I want them. Because I want them for their own propagation. Whew! I'm sweating, guys. I am really sweating. Okay, still needs a good cut because these roots, again, are really quite massive. Okay, so these are going to be used as back bulbs. And I don't know, I might just leave these alone. I don't know. Maybe I'll take these apart too. I think so. Oh my gosh. I'm just cutting her all up, folks. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry, folks. Trust me, it was much needed. So here are some back bulbs too that I'll be using. And I don't know, I think I'm going to leave these alone. Again, it has this little new growths. And we're going to go ahead and put these together in one. Okay, so hold that thought, guys. Okay, folks, and this is the crazy mixture of material that we will be using. I have some sphagnum moss in here. I also have some peat moss in here, some bark, some perlite, and as you can see, I kind of added some bling here with some beads and some marbles and things of that nature, just to give it some bling bling, some bedazzle here. So indeed, that's what we're going to be using, and I'm going to go ahead and moisten this down, and we're going to start repotting. And now here I am, just mixing everything together very, very well. And we're just filling up the bottom layer right here. Just a little bit of medium at the bottom. Okay, and here she is, folks. I'm just adding her in here, trying to figure out how I want her. And as you can see now, she is in 4 different individual groups. And now we're kind of going to combine her into one. And I don't really mind these little spaces in between because, of course, they're going to grow and eventually they'll conjoin together once again. Okay, so they're basically where I want them. And I'm going to go ahead and start filling them with medium. And here we go, folks. And no worries, I know it looks a little bit sloppy, but we'll indeed fix her all up. Trust me, she'll look 100% better than she did. Trust. And I just want all of the medium in between there, everywhere, and I want them to be evenly distributed. And of course, I want her roots to be underneath the medium, but I don't want to cover her pseudobulbs because I don't want to experience any type of pseudobulb rot because the pseudobulbs will be encountering a whole lot of moisture in the medium that they aren't used to at all. So indeed, we're going to keep that in mind. A lot of pressing, a lot of maneuvering the medium all around, in between, and we'll have her situated here in just a little bit. Okay, folks. Oh my gosh, you don't know how much I'm sweating right now doing this project. This was such a hard labor of love, I tell you, folks. But look at her. Is she not shining right now? Is she not glorious right now? I mean, she looks totally brand new. So at this time, she looks so much more healthier, so much more evenly scaled out. Definitely just a lot fuller look right here. And we got rid of some of the not so pleasant looking back bulbs. And she indeed looks about 100% better than she did. Oh, and here's the bonus, guys, where we actually have some back bulbs now that we can experiment with and see if we can actually get some new plants or some new growth, some keikis out of this. What do you guys think? You guys think we can do that? It's definitely worth a shot, so we don't let all of these go to waste. Definitely. I am so glad today that I indeed did this propagation method, and you guys see how much of a difference it is to clean up your orchid. Definitely give them a new and better start. They indeed will shine and will reward you. So I can't wait for her to bloom in the next season. And indeed, this is our massive, very scary, well, not so scary. I did have my weaponry on, so yeah, I was not having those little critter crawlers, creepy, whatever, thingamajigamabops. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And I'm so glad I didn't see any, because yeah, you would have heard a sound that you've never heard before. Yeah, I am just absolutely mortified by creepy crawlies, definitely. So indeed, I'm so happy that I survived this actual propagation and repot right here. So indeed, if you guys have any plants that are looking a little bit raggedy, yeah, I think it's about time to do a repot, get her all cleaned up, and of course, you know, it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt them, but indeed, it's called tough love, and you are doing it just for the better interest of them, of course, because we love them. We love you guys so, so much. So indeed, thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another orchid adventure with me, Maria Young. And of course, as you guys know, I am on Facebook. You can contact me, tag your it, and high five right on Facebook. And my Facebook account is My Orchid Adventures on Facebook. And you guys also know that I have a P.O. Box address, indeed, to stay in contact with all of you through the mail system. So if you guys want to contact me through mail, be sure to do so. And my P.O. Box address should be right here. Okay, that's it, folks. Again, thank you for tuning in, and I love you all so much. Happy growing! Bye-bye!
Oh dear, that poor child. Does she not know that we're way too old to have babies? And by the way, one more thing. Why does it feel like we're sitting on a nest being forced to lay an egg? You, my dear, give a new meaning to go sit on an egg. Oh my, what is this orchid world coming to now?